Hello, everybody. Hope you're all doing well. Alright, good. That's playing for you guys. Alright, we are back. We're doing more Gunpla and Chill, and we're going to finish the Double Zeta today. For sure. For sure this time. So, here's what we have done so far. We have the upper body with the arms. We have one leg fully done. One leg almost done. And a core fighter. We're getting there. We just gotta finish up the one leg, build the waist, build the backpack, and its weapons. And then the extra stuff it needs for its transformation. So let's get all those out of the way. And we're just gonna jump right in. Hopefully get this bad boy finished in a decently timely manner. These bad boys out. Keep my mouse over here. Alright, now to open up the page that I need. If I can remember. I think this was it. Yes. Yep, this is where we left off. Okay. Alrighty, let's get on into it. A, C, D, right over here. This one. That's number 9. Okay. Alrighty. Just gonna have a nice chill day for today. Just a chill day, you know? I'm gonna be happy when this double Zeta is done. Because, hey, it's another kit done. I can get rid of the box and the runners. And then, of course, I can start prepping for the next one. Which is the, you know, good old Mighty Strike Freedom. So that I'm excited for. Very excited for that. That one will probably take 2 to 3 streams. Probably closer to 3. We'll see. Well, then again, the Strike Freedom, the normal one, didn't take me that long. I mean, it took 1 stream, but still. I think there's a lot more stickers going on with that one than this one. Okay, let's get this filled in. Because it's better than using the sticker. Okay. We still got 1 more piece to throw in here. Evan! Right there. That's G. I'm not using this yet. There's what I want. Come on, get back up. Get back up. Get back. There you go. Okay. That goes on the inner leg. The inner side of it. Okay. Getting there. Now the other one. This double Zeta is slowly gonna take full shape. Bit of it is slowly. Alright, I'm not gonna need to touch those runners for a tiny bit. This may end up being a short stream. I'll be perfectly honest, this may very well end up becoming a short stream. So just kind of be warned. Sorry about canceling stream yesterday, by the way. I just kind of wanted to get a few more thumbnails and some other stuff done. I was just like kind of on a roll. And I was still on a roll today. I got a bunch more done. I think at this point I have more videos with thumbnails than without now. Which, hey, that's actually a really good thing. I'm getting good at that. I'm finally catching up. That backlog is almost non-existent. Still gonna take me a little bit of time to get the last ones, you know, fully done, but I'm getting there. The ones I've been kind of like avoiding doing are the ones where multiple games happen in one stream. Just because I gotta take the time to make the split thumbnails. Let me show you guys an example of what I mean by my split thumbnails. Take that out of there. Did I move them all over already? I did, okay. This is what I mean by the split thumbnails. When I have like two games that happen in them. This just takes me a little extra time, especially if it's like different parts of something that's going on. Like you can see the HoloCure one, that was part 10. Mostly because that's about the 10th time I played it on stream. So it's like trying to find the good balance of where the logos and any extra text can go. And then it's getting backgrounds big enough that could fit, you know, well and still be recognizable. The way I have to do this, by the way, is I just use my blank canvas. I use the shape tool to make that line going from the bottom corner to the top corner. And then I gotta change my eraser from a circle to a square, get it as close to a 45-degree angle as I can, and then just, you know, erase that part, one part of the one of the backgrounds, and then the other one just gets placed underneath it but pops through the spot where it's erased. It's worked pretty well. I kind of like these. I do like how I've done it. There's probably an easier way to do it. This is just the way that I found, and it's been working so far. I do actually rather like my splits. Let me find a different one that isn't HoloCure as well. And I got a bunch of these. Ooh, look at this one. Knights of the Old Republic and Power Wash. Like, I do like that one. I do like how that one really did turn out. One more for posterity's sake. One more. That hopefully isn't Power Wash or HoloCure related. Which, sadly, I think a lot of them are. Yeah, I think a lot of my splits are that. Well, actually, hold on. Let me look in the actual thumbnails folder. I have them all saved in a specific folder. Because of course I do. I'm trying to keep things somewhat organized. Ah, there we go. The Tales of Symphonia Katawa Shoujo one. This is one of the first ones I did, so it's not, like, perfect or like the other ones, but still. This is pretty much the prototype for my splits. You know, just kind of evolved from there. Hey Golden, how's it going, buddy? Thanks for contributing the points. Also, again, reminder to everybody, we do have a community challenge going on right now. 60k points and I will eat spicy noodles here on stream for your entertainment. We're 56% of the way there, with 10 days left to go as of right now. If you guys don't make it, I'll just extend the time once again, which is not a problem. Peeps have been busy and I've been like changing streams, so it is what it is. You guys will get it though. You guys always get these goals. So, yeah. That's a lot of what I've been doing. Doing a lot of that. Okay, 21 lots now. There you are. Yeah, I actually do rather like the doing those ones. There's a few I still gotta go through to, you know, finish off split-wise. But some of the ones I've ignored, like, not done yet and basically ignored is because I haven't done ones for their normal singular ones yet. Like, if it's part of a series, I haven't done what the base is supposed to look like. So I'd rather get the base done first, and then I'll work on the split one. But, hey. I have my process. When it's a game I only play like once as part of a one-shot series, like just a one-shot for Variety Week and stuff, those are really easy. I use the exact same like PSD file every time. I just change out the background and the logo that's above it. Which I guess today is just also show off my thumbnails. Like with Gundam Versus here. Got that version. And then when I made did Donut Counties. And Hollow Parade. And Age of Advent. And Gundam Evolution. DVD. Fall Guys. Empire at War. You can see how it's the same. I just have the first piece of art of myself I commissioned way back with the logo and a background relating to it. It works for those quick little dirty one-shots. If by some chance a one-shot ends up becoming like, you know, something I play more of or regularly, I'll change it up then. But for now, they just get that. For now. There are some one-shots I do want to go back to. There's a few. I want to try to finish off a few other games I've got on the go still. I'll eventually get to it. Eventually. Okay, grab that legs. There's the other one of these. No? Okay. Nice. It's looking pretty good, if I do say so myself. Okay. Time to build its hip swivel. There we go. Bring that leg back in. Hi, buddy boy. Hi, mister. Hi, mister. Blue came to say hello. What's going on, mister, huh? What you doing? What are you doing, bud? Alright, we'll take a quick little intermission. Nope. And he's gone the minute I move the camera. We'll bugger him. Right as I move the camera to show him off, he just decides, no, I'm gonna go now. There we go. Up he went. Okay, there we go. Like this. Oh, wrong way. There, like that. And that plugs into here. And we've got our other half. So now they're a matching set. Alright, now we're actually making the waist. I can put this double Zeta together. So it can actually stand on its own 2 feet. With its body on top. Starting to run out of polycap, so that's a good sign. Means we're nearly done. At least done with all the joint parts. So far, the Red Gundam has not shown up on the site I usually buy from. Not yet. Not yet. They haven't made any emails about a restock just yet, so just gotta give it a little more time. I mean, that kit only technically came out like a month or two ago, so they gotta wait for obviously more of their stock to sell down a bit. Plus, you know, just waiting on whatever they order and whatever Bandai wants to ship to them to show up. And that usually takes a bit of time. But it will arrive eventually. I will have the Red Gundam in time. In time. So we're already onto the front skirt. Hell yeah. Just a little bit of marker magic now. Just for 2 little points. Okay. It's not much, but just 2 little black marks filled in will, you know, does something. Just adds that little bit more. Obviously, painting it completely, like, beyond everything would add even more to it, but I'm more a straight builder. That's how I've always been, probably how I always will be. And I'm okay with that. Don't forget to buy all these other kits, like the old high-grade Zeta, the high-grade Super Gundam, the Bawoo, the old Hyakushiki with its plated parts, the Strom Dias, the Zaku 3, which I do have. I do have a Zaku 3. It's a bulky boy. Very bulky. I'd say a worthy successor to the original Zaku. Okay. So I have a Zaku 1 kit, a Zaku 2, and a Zaku 3. Of course I do. Kind of sort of go with my Gym 2, and Gym 3 that I own. That's the one up top. And let's see if we can actually clean that up a little bit better. Maybe. Not really, not with my skill set. That's fine though. Okay, next. Now I get to put these all together. Having the side skirting attached to... Ooh, no, that's my fault, the way I was holding it. Having the side skirting attached to the hip itself, rather than it hanging off the side of the waist, is a little different. So I think that might be just because of the double Zeta's transformation. Not that that's a bad thing. Lift this front skirt up. Lift the side skirt up so I get a little bit more. Oh, there we go. Okay, we got the double Zeta's bottom half. We got the double Zeta's top half. Let's combine it. That's it. Oh yeah, that's it. Alright, we're like 90% of the way there now. There it is, the double Zeta. Sans backpack. So his back is a little flat. He doesn't have his backpack, so it's very flat. But there we are. Finally, took some time, but here we are. Alright, now for him to watch his backpack getting made. Which, oh, it's got a lot of steps going on in here. Holy shit. It looks like I'm using a lot of the G. If not, actually, I'm going to be using pretty much the entirety of the G runner for this. Oh my god. Okay. But the mobile suit itself is finished. Now it's just everything else. It's going to be a lot of verniers. Wants a poly cap, so I'll give it the poly cap. It wants and needs. Almost out of poly caps, guys. Almost out of them. Next up, oh, we gotta load in the missiles. Oh, not much left of this. Oh, wait, no, this goes in a different piece. Hold on. Didn't pay attention there for a second. I think. Yep, I didn't pay attention. It goes in this piece. So drop right on. Go me. Okay. One, two, and then I need polycap on either side. Good old polycap number 9. Now I don't do it like that. Let's put it on like this. Oh boy. Oh. Good lord. I don't want to put too much pressure and break the damn plastic. There we go. Alright, everything lined up that time. Perfect. We almost have its full backpack. Almost. It needs a few more things. Yeah, still a few more things to go here. Namely, its beam saber rack. One. And 2. Okay, it's got the rack. Now it needs verniers. So many verniers. such tiny pegs, they're such tiny parts, and their holes are right next to an edge. Alright, so that's 4 of them in. And now for the big bastards. And that's our first empty runner. Let's go. Hell yeah. Okay. No, I have to... Wow, this is one hell of an adapter piece. Just to get the backpack on. This is a thick boy. Holy shit. How does it want me to do this? So this guy goes here. And then this goes into its back. Huh, you barely see it. You can kind of see it. Looks like I'm supposed to, like, ever so slightly splay out the beam saber racks. Yeah, that makes sense, because they're always on an angle when they're behind their back, not straight up. Okay, there is our double Zeta with big backpack. Not bad. Not bad. We still ain't done. The double Zeta is known for firepower, so we gotta give it its firepower. Number 1 being those beam sabers, which I realized I forgot to mention they had another function besides being beam sabers. When they're attached to the double Zeta's backpack, they can be angled down and used as beam cannons. So they're a 2-for-1. So, really, if the double Zeta had the reactor power for it, it could angle its beam cannons from its backpack down. It could hold out its double beam rifle and fire off its high mega cannon all at once. And then just for, you know, just for an added fuck you, also fire off all the mini missiles inside its backpack as well. if its reactor could handle it. I'm pretty sure if it wants to use the high mega cannon, it can't use any other weapon in that moment. Because it just, you know, takes that much power. Can't exactly, you know, be powering other weapons at the same time. That's partially a reason why it didn't get mass-produced. Too much of an energy hog. And there's its beam saber. For reference. Oh god, gonna make me do this. For reference, the double Zeta's beam saber, the original Gundam's beam saber. It's huge. It is absolutely titanic. And, see that little peg in there? That's for it to hold it in its hands. How does it hold it in its hands? Well, this big splayed open hand has that same peg for that peg hole. So, if it wants to use them as sabers, it will forever and always look like this. It can't even wrap its hand around the damn thing. It's just too damn big. Yeah, the friggin' Double Zeta has some of the largest beam sabers on board ever. But these are just gonna plug into its backpack. Like so. Angle it a little more. No, that's actually perfect right there. So there's with one beam saber, which can be used as a beam cannon. They do angle. This one doesn't really angle down well enough for it to replicate that, but it can do it. Okay, now for the other beam saber. Which actually, where'd that runner go? Another empty runner. And when we make the other beam saber, that's a third empty runner. What are we at? Okay, we're almost at an hour. That makes sense. I figured, yeah, this one was going to be a bit of a shorter one. That I kind of knew. Empty runner. Beam saber. Double Zeta back to plug this one in as well. And there's our Double Zeta with both of its beam sabers. We're getting there. Okay. Oh yeah, and the beams. Always cut them out. And of course it has massive beams coming out of these huge fucking beam sabers. Otherwise it would just be funny. It's just like we got these big ass beams, but hold on, let me. I want to see. Will it even fit? It's small, but imagine big ass beam saber, tiny ass beam. I think the only other ones I have that have beams this long, I think, is the full armor Thunderbolt. I think it's the only other one that has beams this long. I do have someone with bigger ones, longer ones, and that's the Narrative's Apex beam sabers on its entire Apex mobile armor set there. Oh, I need what's left of my tea. Okay, now for the double beam rifle. Ooh, we're actually going to almost have another empty runner. Yes, YouTube, I am still watching. It's a playlist. I wish there was a way I could turn that off so it doesn't, you know, just like, are you still watching? Like it's Netflix? Okay, does it want a sticker for this, or... no. Oh, yes, actually. Oh, big old green sticker, so yeah, I can't just use my panel liner to fill that in. And it wants me to do this later in the beam rifles build, but I'm just gonna do it now while I have the piece out, more easily accessible. There we go, nice shiny foil. Together already. That's almost done. I think the last part again is just the butt plug for it. 3 and 6 for this barrel. End of the barrel. Nearly dropped. I caught it that time. the other half. Oh man, oh man. Yeah, this is my first three-parter Gun Plus kit. I haven't had to do 3 streams for a single kit before. That's actually surprising. I'm pretty sure is going to be for its transformed state. That's fine though. I can use that to pad out the time for the stream. I'll definitely be I'm almost certainly going to be done before I hit 2 hours. Pretty much at the end right now. There's that. Is it just hollow at the bottom? Oh, yeah, it is for the transformation. Sticker I'm going to end up using is for this guy. I'm putting more of a matte black on top of pure black. That's just what it wants for this. It's nice, but it is what it is. It's on there. Okay, and now the hand that is supposed to hold it can only be held in the right hand. That's the only hand they gave that has the grooves and everything to hold it. It's got my least favorite style of hands. Where I gotta like put on the palm, and then you put on the fingers, the curled part of the fingers on top to sandwich it. I don't like that. I don't know. Putting like a lot of that pressure mostly on one small little peg isn't really ideal. Make this another empty runner. one bites the dust. So if I take off Beam Saber holding hand, replace it with the gun holding hand. And we've got our double Zeta. I've got a very, very suspicious feeling it's not going to be able to hold its damn thing very well. It can't. Oh my god, the backpack is so in the way that it can't even lift its. Can't even bend its. Oh. I have to move that all the way over for it to even attempt to lift its arm. Yeesh. Oh well. Oh yeah, this thing is gonna be heavy as shit for it to even attempt to try to do something with. It's already just... yeah, that's fine. But, anyway, kind of expected that. There's our double Zeta. But we are not done. The double Zeta has another thing it can do. Because guess what? It doesn't launch out of the ship as the double Zeta. Oh, if I plug the wrist in, it kind of locks it a little better. It doesn't launch from the Argama and the male Argama as the double Zeta, because why would it bother doing that in its most powerful form right away? No, it does. It's got to be extra. So, I need to rip off too much. I have to leave the pegs in. I gotta rip off its arms. Yeah, these pegs want to come with it. I gotta rip off rip off his backpack, split him in half, and also take his head off. Completely. Ugh. So there, the double Zeta has been eviscerated. Probably take the hand off of here now, because I know I'm gonna need it. Let me just put the hand back together so I don't lose anything. Okay. Alright, so I got a whole bunch of pieces. What do I do with it now? Well, we're starting with its chest. And what are we doing with the chest? Well, we're tearing it apart even more. Those pegs I pulled out to put back in, yeah, pull those out. Take that red piece off. Take this whole front end off. Take these things off. So I've like dismantled the fucking kit now. That's what we're supposed to be left with. For now. Oh, holy Moses. So now I gotta cut out another piece on the F runner. This will be the last thing on the F runner. The fun part is to be putting this all back together after the fact to just make it the double zeta again, and not what I'm doing right now. Okay, so we do that, flip it onto its side, and then we plug this in up front. We put these guys back on top here now. And aha! The final piece on the B runner. It's actually meant for not the booty hole. Okay, that just flattens that out nicely. Still haven't done anything with this yet. Now we take the double beam rifle, fold back the scope, fold up its trigger and handguard, flip the barrels around, and then push them in. I've just folded up the beam rifle here. And this guy goes on top, like that. And then this all connects in right there. So that's where we're at so far. That was just the chest and double beam rifle so far. This is what we've got so far for what's going on with the double zeta. Okay. Next I take the hand of the arm here. Flip that around. And then fold that down. While at the same time turning this. And oh my god, we're plugging a fucking thruster into its hand. Of course we are. I should have done the comparison with the other mobile suits before this, but I'm too far in now to stop. Get in the hole, there you go. Okay, thruster is in. Now I gotta do the exact same thing with this one, so hand comes out. This turns around and then comes down while that turns. Now I want to make sure everything else is lined up here. Good. Thruster needs to be plugged into the hand again. There we go. Okay, so now both hands are how they're supposed to be now. Next. Okay, now they attach to here. These ones stay down. These ones come up. Those go up. And then just that flips. This must have been hell for the actual designers, like the toy designers, at the time to try to make work. Okay, so that is one part. Let me find the names of this stuff real fast. Because all of its parts have different names. Okay. This is what is known as the core top. It's exactly called that exactly why you think it is. It's the top. It's the top of the machine. It's the top of the machine, all folded together, ready to go. As its own separate unit that can fly on its own. The end of the double beam rifle is actually a cockpit. There are a few times in the show where someone is sitting inside that cockpit after the transformation and just, you know, hoping things go well because they're just in the double Zeta's hand the whole time. There's nothing they could do. The only thing they could really try to do is hop out of the cockpit in the middle of a battle and hope for the best. Okay, next up. Alright, in a surprising turn, we're going to take the double Zeta's legs. And we're just going to turn the legs around. That's it. The legs turn around. So now if the double Zeta were to combine again, it'd be walking backwards. Okay, I need to remove its feet. Double Zeta feet, gone. It also wants me to pull its calves away. So now I got the bottom half of a nugget. Oh, good Christ. Oh my God. Okay. This is gonna... Wow. Okay, so I tear apart the legs, like, entirely here. I wish I was kidding, but no, it's... Take everything apart. Even this tiny little nothing section here needs to come off. Oh my God, how am I even gonna... Okay. So, yeah, tear the leg apart completely. Make it bare. And now add a thruster. We just keep adding fucking thrusters to this thing. Okay. Come on. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Thruster is in. That is closed up. Now I turn it around. Wait, what? Did it really just want me to pull a lot of that off so it can make it... Yeah, that's exactly what it wanted me to do. It wanted me to pull that little tab out underneath so this could become flush. And then we connect these down here. Or or up here, however you want to call it. So there's the leg. It used to look like this, now it's gonna be like this. Oh, there's so many pieces that are gonna be left over. Alright. So I pull these off. Pull these off. Pull the little tabs underneath off. Come in. Oh, you bugger. Oh, good lord. Let me try the other side first. There we go. There we go. Okay. Hey, flip it around. Oh, hold on. Let me get the thruster in now. Because of course it has a million thrusters. Okay. Thruster. In you go. In you go. Now I put these back on so they become nice and lush. Now I turn it around entirely and plug these guys in again. Alright, now we got a matching set. And now we plug them back in. Okay. There, plug back into the calves. Okay, so once these turned up, side skirts turned up, and then turned around again, so they're like flat out. Makes sense. And then I gotta pull this little piece out. There's so many things that are just coming off of this. Alright, big red adapter comes out of that. Straighten these up now. Wings splayed. Doesn't want this stuff connected. Ah, I see it. There's another part. It's the last one on here. Hallelujah. It's the final piece. It's the final piece of the puzzle. Okay, this plugs into here, kind of rests between the legs, and then this guy plugs into the hole at the other end, and the bits on these backpack plug into the thrusters at the back of the legs to kind of more or less maximize well, not maximize, I mean, you know, make the, what's the word I'm looking for here? Also, I think I did this wrong. No, I didn't. It gives them the proper spacing. That's what I'm trying to say. Gives them the proper spacing and stops them from being all loosey-goosey. I just have to straighten the legs out a bit. God damn it. Okay. we take the good old core fighter here, plug its engines in closer to itself, take this whole thing and connect it where the Double Zeta's upper half used to be. There we go. There's the other half of it now. That is the core base. So we have the core top and the core base. So these would be dispatched on their own. They can function as fighters on their own. This guy's still got the double beam rifle from the, regular Double Zeta, and this has the beam cannons as well as the missiles of the Double Zeta still. So they can defend themselves. They're not exactly the most ideal for combat, but they can get in there if they need a little more fighter support before the Double Zetas form. So, it's something. They're not just there to exist and then potentially just be shot down because, oh no, this totally unarmed hunk of metal is flown into a battlefield. We're still not done, by the way. Also, there's sometimes also be another one of these guys, because these would have to be flown in separately. And then the pilot would sit inside the core fighter. Sometimes, at least the first time, they were out in the core fighter on their own first. And then these parts showed up. So they had to have other pilots in them. So there'd be one Neo core fighter flying, one attached to the core base, and then, well, the core top already has a cockpit. So these would fly around. In the transformation, at least, the one on the core base would fly away, because it needs to get out of there. And then this would fold up so we could start forming the Double Zeta. But there's still more that this thing can do on its own, to the shock of no one. To the absolute shock of nobody. Okay, guess what the core top and the core base can do? I'll give you one hint. 3, 2, 1. That's what they can do. They can do that. They can just pretend to screw each other. No, they can do exactly what you think can happen, because they still have the pegs and stuff from the waist of the Double Zeta. And because they still have those waists, they still have the same peg holes and everything, it means they could still come together to make one big this. The G Fortress. It's the Double Zeta. It's just one big brick of a battleship almost. But not really, because you can't move throughout it. There's just the cockpit here. And that's it. Well, I mean, technically there was a core fighter in there still, kinda. But that's an entire thing, the G Fortress. And then core fighter's just like, yo, what up, I'm here too. But the size. The fucking size. Okay, the last piece we've got in here, which I forgot to get rid of the Sea Runner, so that's done, is right here, and oh my god, this thing I think is going to be a godsend. This thing is going to be a godsend. Specifically for the transformation. And then some. Okay. So all these little extra pieces I have, a lot of them are going to go on this thing. Shockingly enough. This thing's primary purpose is to be a base adapter, so an action base can, you know, plug into the G-Fortress mode. But it also has the added benefit of being able to store almost all of the extra bits you had to take off to form this fucker. So there was all those tiny little panels now. This little cup thing, I'm not even sure what the hell it is, plugs into the hole up here. Even the little, even the former elbow joints here, they go on here as well. Not very snugly, though, unless I'm just putting them in wrong. Okay, yeah, they don't, like, clip in. At the very least, they do go in. Oh, shit, they actually do go in. They're actually just in. Unfortunately, no spot to put the head. So, that kind of sucks. And then when I have it in as a double Zeta, the extra thrusters and extra hands plug into the bot on the underside of this thing as storage. But just for action-based purposes, this guy goes in and holds on. Where? I see. I see now. Just kinda. Just holds on right there. These are a little loose. Where the old elbow joints go, the shoulder joints go. Those are a little bit more loose. It's just pure friction holding those in, so it's not a super stable connection, but it's something. So yeah, there's most of the kibble. Still no spot for the feet, the head, the adapter, hands. But there's our G-Fortress. And because of that peg, it actually can kind of stand a little more straight on here. So, like, there you go. If we want to launch it as the G-Fortress, there it is. Alright. I'm happy with that. I'm pretty satisfied. I would totally... I wanted to show it off compared to all the other ones on stream, but I've turned into the G-Fortress, and I don't want to take it apart right now. I just got it together. I'll try to take pictures of it, or make the first bit of a Mighty Strike Freedom streams, just comparing Double Zeta to the Zeta Mark II and OG. But that's it. That's all for the Double Zeta Gundam. It is now finito. This looks a lot different than that, doesn't it? Okay, let's get to here. And let me flip this back up. It's gonna take me a bit to get it back to how it used to be. Okay, yeah, that should be right. I'll fiddle with it more after, because it's always going to be a little screwy. That's all. Oh, but here we go. The G-Fortress made from the Double Zeta. Look at this bad boy. Okay, actually, I can still compare size somewhat. So, G-Fortress Double Zeta compared to just the mobile suit form of the regular Zeta. It's pretty big, and this one's a little more compact. This also has a transform form, but that's also a lot of parts forming that I've never done before on this. And I'd have to search through my little bins to find all the pieces to parts form it into its Wave Rider mode. But, theoretically, it could stand on the G Fortress if it wanted to. Woo! But we're not going to do that because you saw what just happened. And our OG Gundam, the G Fortress. Something that would never happen. This is also, you know, just supposed to be a throwback kind of to the G Bull and G Armor and stuff that used to go with the original Gundam. Its own separate little, not a mobile suit, more of an advanced tank that can also fly and do a few other things. But Tomino kind of hated it, so they kind of tried to forget about it. This is mostly a throwback to that. Anyway, that was good. Let me get my pad back. So yeah, there we go. There we go. So yeah, let's go and look at the schedule for the rest of the week. Alright, so to finish off the week, tomorrow... Yeah, to finish off the week we'll have tomorrow around 6 o'clock, Mecha Break. I played the test, you know, what the hell is it called? Server test, and did the open beta, and then now it's got its actual release out. I played it a bit off stream. I've enjoyed the hell out of it, so I'm gonna play it on stream again with drops on, so you guys can earn some, you know, in-game bonuses, nice little cosmetic items and whatnot. Just me playing. So that day I'm gonna attempt to shoot for about 3 hours, because that's when all the things unlock. So if I shoot for about 3 hours, that should unlock everything for everyone. Anyway, yeah. I'll work on the schedule for next week. I have it mostly done anyway, because I was kind of being prepared. So just take a few little tweaks. So, yeah. Thank you, everybody, for watching, commenting, and lurking. I appreciate it very, very much. Yeah, we'll be back around 6 o'clock tomorrow for Mecha Break. So, I hope you all have yourselves a great rest of your night, and I'll see you next time.